Yo, what's up, everybody? It's the Squeegee Live podcast. How's everybody doing tonight?
Good, man. What's going on?
Same shit, different day.
I hear that. Christmas is right around the corner, which is nice.
Yeah.
Little break.
Yeah.
You having anybody over, or just the fam?
Yeah, just the family.
Nice.
Just the family.
Nice. Yeah, my son Scott's in for a month. He's actually kind of working with us every other day, and so that's cool. And of course, JT is around. My in-laws are coming. We do alternate Thanksgiving and Christmas every year, so we were there for Thanksgiving. Now they're here for Christmas, so it'll be nice.
Yeah, that'll be fun. It'll be good to have him back. I know he hasn't been back for, over a year?
Yeah, no, it's great to have him back. He's been helping me in the shop, and he came to me and said, "Can I work?" And I'm like, "Absolutely."
Cool.
So yeah, and he's pretty good window cleaner, believe it or not. I don't have to babysit him. I just send him off on a way. One of my Mercedes dealerships had a COVID crisis, so they came in and fogged the place. And we're supposed to do petitions quarterly. There's more petitions than there is windows on the dealership, And it's like, what the hell happened here? And so we divide them up so we don't have to do them all, because it's like 3 days work for 3 guys. So we do a section every month, I'm like, we got to do everything here because it's that bad. It was this greasy, smeary. And then finally it came out because I asked everybody. Nobody knew nothing. And one girl goes, "Oh, they had a COVID scare, so they came in and fogged the place. It's all over my computer, all over my desk, my chairs, and my windows." And I'm like, bingo.
Damn.
Sucks, dude. Absolutely sucks.
Okay. I'm going to send you something, T. So you need to figure out how to respond to this, Voxer. I'm going to send it in the group. I think you might, instead of looking under Eddie Stewart, look under Strickland Propane.
No.
Of course it is. Oh, hi there, Bobby.
Yeah. Oh, look at this. Ron Musgraves is live right now.
And live in here.
Ron Musgraves is like fucking Freddy Krueger face fucked a topographical map and had fucking a baby. Fuck that stupid fucking piece of shit. Just tell him to send a fucking message to Squeegee Life on Skype, because I ain't got time to be fucking around with this guy.
Okay, hang on.
Fuck Ron Musgraves. I'm going to start doing this podcast behind a paywall and just do it for the 8 people that ever watch every fucking week and be done with it.
Oh, man. I'll take a geography joke any day, though. That's fucking good.
I got a joke.
Oh, yeah? What is it?
Guy goes out shopping for a Christmas tree. goes into the lot, into the tent, and says to the guy, "I want the biggest Christmas tree you have. I want a huge Christmas tree. Where's the biggest one you got?" The guy says to him, "You gonna put that up yourself?" He says, "No, I'm gonna put it in the living room."
Yeah, I don't know. We don't know where Eddie Stewart is. As usual, he doesn't know how to work a fucking cell phone. Jesus fucking Christ. All week. Oh, 2 weeks almost. 2 weeks you had to prepare. Well, guys, I don't know how to use my phone.
I've been very busy.
So, yeah.
You'll get him in.
He'll be here once he figures out how life works.
Yeah. So, how much time are you taking off, Seth?
I actually have to work 2 days next week. So, but that's it. I'm not working tomorrow or through the weekend, obviously. So I'm gonna take like 5-6 days off. It's probably gonna be like 2 days of work a week. So I don't really mind that, as long as the weather keeps holding.
Yeah. Is it cold as hell there now?
No, man, it was 46 today. It's like 34 right now. It's not bad. It's a little bit above average for us.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
It's kind of how it goes sometimes.
Right. Residential must blow up right before Christmas, Thanksgiving.
Yeah, we just finished up today, like all the houses we had left today. We were supposed to do one tomorrow because they were moving in, but they got screwed up with Christmas, so we're going next week. But yeah, then it kind of dies down. Yeah. I mean, it's all weather related, I mean, if it starts, if we get 10 inches of snow, it's done.
Done. So, yeah,
it's over. But I don't really mind. It's probably the same thing for TJ. I'm imagining once it snows, no calls come in.
Yeah, it kind of slows down a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, you might have like a regular, like, oh, can you come do this? Can you come do that? Whatever. But I mean, man, I'm kind of looking forward to not doing shit.
Yeah. I am too.
Yeah, I would imagine that. Does snow fuck up windows? Like rain usually leaves windows relatively clean. Snow's dirty though, isn't it?
I mean,
snow water pure?
It's kind of, we get salt mixed in with the snow here. You know what I mean? So you get the salt and the snow, and then the salt into the roads and all that crap kicks around.
Yeah.
Yeah. Snow looks nice for about a day, and then it looks like trash.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've tried calling him 4 or 5 fucking times. It says he's unavailable. I could have got somebody for this podcast tonight.
I know. Eddie.
I had a shitload of people. I could have had Richie on. I could have had a bunch of people on.
Well, maybe Eddie will figure it out.
Can you send him an invite or something? Or did you?
He's called him.
If he does not know his log information for fucking Skype, there's nothing I can do for him. I can't log in for him.
I mean, he could just create a Skype login real quick and be done with it.
Yeah, hang on.
Again, it's fucking Skype. You just turn on Skype and message Squeegee Life. Simple.
Yeah. Shouldn't be that difficult.
Put a space in between Squeegee and Life there, guy.
Eddie's in the chat trying to figure it out. Hey, listen. When you have people over 50 coming on, is the difficulty you can run into, I guess. Right. Beer.
Yeah, we have 8 people watching this podcast right now. Like I said, this motherfucker's dying. It's dead. The Squeegee Life podcast is dead.
We need to give shit away. That's what it is. We're not handing out enough shit.
Yeah.
No. It's not that. It's time of year, too.
That and fucking Tim's not on the podcast anymore. He was the anchor of the show. He's the one that brought in all of the views.
Maybe.
I'm trying hang tight. Listen, man, I'm not trying to be rude or nothing like that, but the show starts at 8. You've known for 10 days. It's not really hard to download Skype. You know, hey.
Yeah. Not super difficult. But I guess, I don't know.
Yeah, people just don't care anymore.
I don't know if it's that at all.
If you're not,
could be the mustache too.
If it's not, I mean, if we're not, we're gonna have to start going with giveaway Wednesdays to get people to come and watch the show. Giveaway Wednesdays sponsored by fucking Hootie Doo and Hootie Doo. We're gonna give you a squeegee, man. It's gonna be prizes. Cool. We got prizes, bro.
We're gonna give away this roll of electrical tape.
Fuck.
An empty can of dip and a key.
This ain't like those other podcasts. All we do is talk about window cleaning and how to hold your squeegee right and stuff. Yeah, I'm with you on that, man. Like, I was really pumped up for this fucking show. I was in a great fucking mood. And I'm sitting here waiting for this fucking guy.
Yeah, it's the time of year, too, man. It's the last push for I know for myself, I'm going out Christmas shopping tomorrow. So.
Nothing like waiting.
Yeah. Dude, I
think
do it.
Most of us are doing that, though. So.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm doing tomorrow. All day tomorrow. I lied to my wife that it was all done. It's not all done.
I went and got Jennifer's shit
Nothing
today.
like saying it here.
I went and got Jennifer's shit today, and then I'm sitting here thinking, I'm like, just now that you said that, I got my sister in Secret Santa, and I didn't buy her a fucking thing, so I'm glad you brought it up.
Yeah, man. We're all busy not doing what we're supposed to be.
Yeah.
So it happens, man.
You know.
Yeah. Well, like, we were, like, not going to get each other's gifts because we bought the house. And then she's like, oh, I bought you a few things. I'm like, fuck. I'm like, why'd you go and do that? She's like, well, I just did. And she's like, you don't have to get me anything. And I'm like, well,
maybe
that's...
this fucktard finally figured out how to get online, huh?
Is he on here?
I don't know. Somebody sending me something. I'm here. God, what a fucking Momo this guy is.
It's Christmas.
It's Christmas and I'm kind of retarded. It's Christmas and I'm kind of retarded.
God damn fucking indigestion. I know he's been on twice. I've not been on both times, so this will be the first time I get to be on with
he's only been on once.
Is it only one time, wasn't?
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we just can't.
There you go.
We just can't see you.
Click on the camera.
Hey, maybe a woman would be able to fucking set that up for you a little better.
Yeah.
Maybe if you were nicer to your wife instead of making her make all them fucking sandwiches, she'd show you how to work Skype.
Sandwiches.
Sandwich?
What the hell here?
What the hell here?
Oh, damn, Bobby.
You need a good propane regulator.
Yeah, so I would have fucking not have. There you go.
There you
go. Fucking piece of shit.
There's the man.
You fucking had me. You got me mad as fuck right now at you. Like, it pains me that you don't know how to work a fucking cell phone. You're just like fucking Mark. Couple of goofy ass old dudes. They ain't got it together.
The last time I used Skype was February when I was on with
this
y'all.
podcast. Yeah. That's what Mark was saying before the show.
I'm sorry. I'll owe you some money. I'll pay you back.
Yeah, you owe me a whole $1.
Hold on.
I gotta say, when I was on suspension on Facebook, then I stumbled across the multiple Eddie Stewart pages, and then I did realize that people are correct because I never used to see it. Eddie is the ultimate troublemaking troll on Facebook. The shit that he says, I'm like, oh my god.
Well, somehow I make a different account, and somehow Facebook catches it and ties it in with my existing account. So
Yeah.
I've got 4 accounts. 3 I've got
Are they all Eddie Stewart?
scheduled to terminate.
Are they all Eddie Stewart?
No, I took Mark's suggested and started spelling my name differently.
Yeah.
Did you
Edna.
didn't use
Edna
this
Stewart.
you didn't use the same picture, did you?
I used a different picture this time.
Are you doing it from your telephone or from your computer?
I don't have a computer, just my cell phone.
I wonder why it's not working. Are you using
Well, I
a
can
different
tell you this.
email?
I just came off a 30-day suspension, and on both of my accounts, I can't put up a picture. Like if Eddie posts a picture and I change that picture, it will not let me post any
Listen,
pictures
It's because they
at
know.
all.
You're not
So they know
missing
you're gonna
anything
put a dick
anyways, Eddie. You're not missing anything anyways.
Well, I posted a good one today. I didn't get any hate on it, though.
No.
Thanks.
Mission not accomplished, huh,
Mission
Ed?
not accomplished.
Yeah.
So I spoke to Chris today, Chris Lambernides, and he says you are a class act, Eddie.
Yeah.
Cool. They're good people,
Yeah,
too.
he says you're a class act.
Huh.
You're surprised by that, Eddie? I said, are you surprised by that?
Yes. I'm supposed to
I'm
say
not.
me.
So, Ed, what part of Texas are you in so we can let people know?
Look at San Antonio and go direct west down
Okay.
Highway 90, halfway between San Antonio and Mexico.
Okay. And how far from the border are you?
Oh, as the crow flies, about 55 miles. Now, it's about
55
60 if you take the roads.
So it's safe to say you're seeing it. Let's just call it an influx.
I like
Slight.
how people from Texas always give you like, well, if you're flying, it's only 50, but if you have to
Yeah.
drive roads, it's 60. Thanks for the fucking update,
Yeah.
dude. Well, guess what, Eddie?
Well,
I'm
it's
not a
about
fucking
50
crow.
straight.
Yeah. But it's not far.
No, it's not. It's less than an hour.
Yeah. And you've been there for a long time?
Yeah, probably 40 years.
Wow.
Since 71. I was in the 5th grade when we got moved here.
Nice. Nice. And all your work is local over there?
No, I'm hardly ever in my town.
Are you?
I'm not,
Do you have a
ever.
deck of cards to do a card trick for us?
I do not have one with
You
me
son
right
of
now.
Yeah.
a bitch.
We hear you're a great.
It's not a
Great,
here. It's not a here. I watched all his
seen-
fucking card trick videos. He
Yeah.
does
Me
card
too.
tricks. This guy does.
Yeah, when I was skimming on YouTube, TJ told me about it, so I watched like, I don't know, 10 or 12 of the videos you put up. They're actually really, really good, man. I was like, oh damn.
Don't watch the old videos of 10 years ago. They're no good. Just watch
I
the
watched it. They were pretty good.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Are
So
you
how long
saying
have you been doing magic? You've been doing magic a long time?
not magic card tricks?
Card tricks?
The
Magic.
fuck, man? He's not going
I'm
to the
gonna pull
magic
a
castle.
rabbit out of my ass.
Yeah, it's not fuck. He does card tricks. He's not a fucking magician, dude.
Well, I've got some coins and stuff like that I goof off with.
Yeah.
But I did it for piddled with it as a teenager, and then I kind of got serious with it, I guess, when I was going through my divorce probably about 20 years ago. Give me something to do in the evening.
Yeah.
Hey, it's my favorite womanizer.
Oh my god. I gotta say, some of the stuff that you do, Eddie, I just take the phone away, shake my head, and then just sit there and laugh. I'm like, oh my god. There's
Fucking
always
Life of a Wash
someone
Boy
fight-
said, "Cut your hair, name brand." You know, yeah,
God.
get a haircut and get a real fucking job.
Me?
No, the kid, name brand radio. Austin Grubbs says he's the one that said your favorite woman. You're his favorite womanizer, and Dos Equis, the wash boy, told him he needs to go and get a haircut.
Yes.
I tell you, if I could grow hair like Austin, my hair would be that long. I'm just gonna let you guys know that right now.
I know.
Cause
Yeah,
I'm
but-
bald. I can't. I got male pattern baldness and shit. You know what I'm saying?
It'd be like my uncle held onto a ponytail for way too long.
Well, I was thinking about when I was in there taking a shower tonight, and I was getting ready to shave my head, and I was like, man, I should do like my Uncle Larry and just shave the top and leave the back and the sides long. That shit would be fucking dope, dude. Like my Uncle Larry had this big strip, bald strip on the top of his head, all the way down to like the base of his skull right here. And then all the way around it was fucking long hair, dude. It was fucking rad. You know what I mean? Like, he used to wear them big, tall trucker hats and shit. It said Tennessee Vols on it. He used to ride a Harley and shit with these rose-colored glasses. My Uncle Larry was a straight stone-cold pimp, dude. That motherfucker was pimping since pimping was pimping. Uncle Larry was the shit, man. But that hair was fucking rocking, bro. We got him a helmet that said Ram Tough on it because this dude in a Dodge pickup truck pulled right out in front of him. Uncle Larry slammed in the side of him and fucking destroyed this. Totaled the truck. That's how hard my Uncle Larry hit that truck on a motorcycle.
Damn.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Oh.
Served 2 tours in Vietnam, and he was in the emergency room, and we were out in the waiting room, and they were pulling the gravel out of his fucking skin and shit from the road rash, and he was screaming for his mom.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, how crazy is that? You know what I'm saying? That's one of the toughest dudes I know, screaming for his mom, dude. Mama, tell her to stop. It was awful, dude. He had pins sticking out of his fucking pelvis. They had like 2 pins coming out of his pelvis and then a bar across to connect. Then bars, pins and bars sticking out in his leg and his ankles. I mean, his testicles were swollen like fucking this big around. That's not an exaggeration. They were about as big as my head. Yeah, it was crazy. I know because my mom took care of him. Well, you know, because my aunt, she was a hospice nurse, so she was hardly ever home. So there was nobody to take care of my Uncle Larry. So my mom, she didn't have a job. She's like, I'll take care of you. And then I would have to go over there and listen to him bitch about every fucking thing under the sun.
I would mostly bitching about the giant nutsack. I mean, that's got to be
Well, he'd
painful.
sit there in the bed and my fucking cousin, he'd ask for like the television remote and my cousin would change the channel and walk out of the fucking room and just leave it on some stupid shit. And he couldn't move, so he would be furious. And my fucking cousin Mike comes over to visit him, and my cousin Mike said as he's like, my Uncle Larry starts screaming and for him to come in. He's like, man, what? My cousin Mike's like, what's wrong with you? He's like, go in there on top of the china cabinet and get me my gun. And my cousin Mike's like, why? He goes, that fucking kid comes back in here, I swear to Christ, I'm fucking shooting him. He was gonna fucking shoot him. He was that mad. Like, we used to play jokes on it. Well, we thought it was jokes, but we used to sneak up on him and touch him while he was sleeping, and he would flip the fuck out. You know, because he was in Vietnam, you know what I mean? He's the motherfucker sleeping in the jungle, and the fucking Viet Cong jumped out on his ass, started, you know, that motherfucker, he'd always sit with his back in a corner, you know what I mean? He was that dude, you know what I mean? But
it affected him.
Yeah, he was super fucking cool, though. It ruined him. It really, after he got back, his health just went, you know what I mean? It just, the Agent Orange, jungle rot, it just fucked him up, man. Bad, dude.
Yeah. Wow.
That was all because of a haircut, guys. You're welcome.
There you go.
Tangents from time to time.
Yeah.
So give us a little bit of information.
Hey, let's talk about the same thing we talked about the last time we had John. Eddie.
Well, we only had
let's have Mark.
Like 15
let's
minutes,
have Mark ask you the same questions
was
the last time.
No, his internet was horrible. Yeah, it
wasn't
was.
bad.
He was in and out. Yeah, it was a problem.
No, I don't remember. It was?
Yeah.
Power don't have internet.
Yeah.
I thought you had it on your phone.
Ed, how long you been cleaning windows?
We just started my 35th year in November 19th.
Wow. You have your boys. You got family working with you, right?
Jordan, my son, but he's had very little time to help me.
Did you say 35 years?
35 years.
So you've been a loser. You've been a loser for over half your life. That's great.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. That's what I get called on TikTok all the time. I get messages on TikTok all the time. They're like, you've been cleaning 20 years? And I'm like, almost. And you fucking loser. Hey, you window cleaner. You fucking bum window cleaner. Fuck you. You know, all the time, dude. You know what I mean?
You know what, though? I'm going to say something. I don't know. Well, I could probably count on less than half a hand how many guys I know that have left window cleaning and I never had to worry about any kind of money. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah. It can be done. If done properly, you can leave window cleaning after a lifetime of it and not have to worry about shit anymore.
Yeah, if you plan properly, yeah. But
do you think
most
you're going to
window
be
clean-
able to, Mark? I mean, you should be able to, right? You seem to have it all together.
Well,
Tim, I mean, not
you
Tim.
know what-
Seth,
you know what
fuck
happened-
Tim. Why do I keep saying Tim?
is-
Fuck.
is
on the
is
brain.
is look,
I miss you.
my company has made some years a lot more money than other years. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
by leaps and bounds. And on those years that I did really well, it didn't seem to be some windfall where I could just stash a bunch of cash. You know what I'm saying? Like the overhead was higher, the revenue was higher, and it kind of balances out. You know what I'm saying? I mean, no, I mean, we're doing okay, but it's like I said, if you think about how much you need to live the rest of your life if you retire at 60 years old, you got to potentially pay for 30 years. If you're used to living on $100,000 a year, 30 years, you think about it like that, it's kind of scary. You know what I'm saying? Like, nobody wants to reduce their lifestyle. I still want to be able to do stupid shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like right now, you work to do stupid shit.
Right.
Buy toys or build your business or, I mean, unfortunately, none of us are from a Fortune 500 company that has this huge pension at the end of the rainbow. You know what I'm saying? I mean, and unfortunately, I don't think businesses sell the way they used to 20 years ago.
I'm going to get some money and I want to buy some Apple stock. That's what I'm going to do.
There you go.
It's a good way to do it, man.
Fuck it, right?
I don't know, any of you guys do like a Roth or anything like that? Like any
No.
retirement
I was
stuff?
thinking about doing Acorns.
Yeah.
And signing up
It's
for
good.
Acorns and just letting the balance of, the round off change on each one of my credit card purchases or my debit purchases. And they just invested it for you.
Smart way to do it.
That way,
man.
if they're all those stars, like, what's his name, Ashton Kutcher, that's involved in it, if he's fucking swindling me, I can fucking get a settlement from him. You know what I'm saying? That fucking cock fucking sucker, sue that bitch. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
Right?
It's not a bad idea. It's honestly the best thing my dad ever taught me at 18 years old. He's like, open up a Roth, a private Roth, and just put money in it every week.
I
And I've been
remember
doing
when I
that
was-
since 18.
I remember when I was fucking 14 years old, my grandfather saying the same thing, Katie. There won't be any Social Security when I'm ready to retire.
Yeah.
That motherfucker lived like another fucking 50 years and drew fucking Social Security the whole time.
Yeah.
As long as we keep paying into it, bro, we'll get it. Now, other generations might be fucked, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Definite.
I don't know.
I mean, like many others, I rely on my wife, puts money in savings and 401k and all that other shit.
Yeah,
and
you gotta have.
so I don't see it.
that.
It doesn't exist. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But again, not working is almost frightening. I mean, I enjoy.
I don't think you'll ever stop.
I don't think that's what retirement is anyway.
Yeah, I don't think
nobody
you
made
stop.
it long.
Yeah, I don't think you stop working. Like, well, that's not true, because my father-in-law, Jennifer's dad, ran heavy equipment his entire life. And that motherfucker quit work, and he don't do nothing but drink beer and eat popcorn. I swear to God. Watch TV, he don't do shit. And he don't care about. He makes no apologies for it either. He served in the Army 4 years, got out of the Army, and went and served 4 years in the fucking Air Force. Guy's a straight G. But and he's like, I put in my time. I put in my time. I'm done.
Nothing wrong
I ain't
with
doing
that,
shit. If it ain't mowing the lawn or sitting on the couch or an occasional wrenching on somebody's car, I ain't fucking doing it.
Yeah.
I love him. He's the best, dude. He's great.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Eddie,
So,
what's
Eddie,
up? Oh,
go ahead.
You go, Mark.
You're primarily residential window cleaning, correct?
Yes. Yeah.
Pressure washing too.
Yes.
Yeah. What got you into window cleaning 35 years ago?
It came to me in a dream.
Did it?
I was asking God for help, needed help. I was an ice cream salesman, Bluebell Ice Cream, delivering
I
to
can
all
see
the
you wearing that good humor ice cream man, white suit, running around ringing the bell, staring at all the little kids, handing out ice pops.
delivering to grocery stores and stuff like that. Back in the day, there were a lot of independents and stuff. Now there's more independence. But yeah, I did that, and I started cleaning windows on the side, kept it going
Oh,
for
Jacob, I'm
about
putting that
2 years
up
on
there.
the side.
I'm putting
One
that
year
up
I
there,
got
Jacob Dell. That's going right up on the fucking thing. Continue, Eddie. I agree with you, Jacob.
I can't see the scroll
Yeah,
right
but
now. I don't know.
it's not about you. You keep talking, Eddie. Keep
Oh,
going.
that sucks. Fuck Jake. No, one day I just got an ass chewing from my boss,
Uh-huh.
and I said, screw this, because I was skipping accounts so I could
Yep.
get back to cleaning windows,
Yeah.
working 7 days a week, 90 plus hours a week. And I was guilty. I was skipping accounts so I could get back to town and do my thing. One day I got an ass chewing, and I said, here's the keys. That's one of the scariest things a
Yeah.
guy can do. So, is to leave a steady paycheck.
Yep.
Sure, because it's a lonely walk to the mailbox to see.
Yeah, I
what's
tell
there.
you what, when same thing, Eddie, that was probably that was when I told the guy that owned the business that I bought, I was like, listen, you're either going to sell me the business or I'm going to start bidding work against you. I can't work for you no more. You know how hard that was for me to do? I was scared shitless. Scared shitless.
Dude, I had to do that with my father.
Oh, that had to be super difficult.
It was like a week of every time I would approach it, it was the wrong time. But that was mentally in my head.
Yeah.
But I'll never forget to this day, my father was sitting on his bed and I said, we need to talk. And he's like, what's up? And I said, I need more out of this. And he's like, more as in like more money? What is it that you want? I go, we just think so differently that I now am married. I just bought a house. I need some security. I need to do my thing. I need to go on my own. So I told him, I said, I would appreciate if you sold me. I think I bought $3,000 a month worth of work. And I had some buildings that I brought to the company when I went back to work for him. I said, so I'll take, $3,000 a month worth of work. I'll take all of the Palm Beach County blockbusters, which was a couple grand a month. And I want to do these buildings. And he said, well, I guess you're not leaving me with a choice. I can't replace you. And I said, it's not about me screwing you around. It's about me growing and going to start a family. And we made a deal. It wasn't for free. And at the time I was upset about that because I'm like, I'm buying what I brought you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I helped you build this business and now you're going to sell it to me. And it was like, but it was a lesson that I would have to struggle to make this work. So it made me grow, made me work 6-7 days a week, made me stay out at 3:00 in the afternoon and go sell jobs I didn't want to. I'd normally be home. You know what I'm saying? So it kind of pushed me in the direction that brought me to where I am. So there's no regrets there. Though sending him a check every month, my hand would shake writing that check going, God damn it. You know what I'm saying? But I did it for 5 years, and it worked out, but it was a lesson, and I'd like to think that it shaped me. And, so sometimes when you hand something off, it's not appreciated. So it could have floundered and gone the opposite way,
If you don't have sweat equity in something, you will never respect it.
Exactly.
I mean, you could tell that difference between the way Mark could clean a window or say someone that works for him cleans a window. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
They're both going to finish. I mean, his employee's going to finish the job to a certain expectation, but Mark's going to go the extra mile. I mean, and that's the difference. That's the difference.
Well, the approach with everything, with dealing with customers, talking with potential customers, dealing with even the public. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, look, I'm not going to lie. I still have my moments. Today I was cleaning a movie theater with 7 doors, right? I was there at 9 a.m. They open at 9:15. They sell tickets at 9 a.m. You can't get in till 9:20, 9:30. There's 7 doors in a row. I'm cleaning the inside of one of the last doors, and this lady decides she's going to pull the door. So I put my hand on it as I'm cleaning it, and she's just looking at me. I'm like, you got 6 others. Take a choice. You know what I'm saying? You're really going to open this while I'm doing it? There's nobody else around, and you're going to pull on the door that I'm halfway done cleaning. I had stopped the top and was going under the door pull, and you're going to pull this door? No, you're not. See, there was a time when I would stop and open the door for them, and now I'm just like, no, just have a little bit of respect for the next 4 seconds for me to finish what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you look at things differently. Yeah.
In a nutshell, that is why I do not do commercial accounts. You want to have even more fun, Mark? Put up some orange cones.
Oh yeah.
I mean, down here in South Texas, their IQ, you can determine somebody's IQ very quickly.
Yeah.
Orange cones.
Yeah. I once had an attorney come after my company. We were actually, it was back when they didn't call it, when it wasn't known as soft washing, but we were basically spraying bleach on a north side of a painted building over some entranceways. We literally put up, it had these big chrome handrails and a set of steps. We took 2 layers of caution tape, a layer of cones, and the manager put a big sign over the door that said, "This entrance is closed. Please use the other side for maintenance." Okay. There were like 4 steps that someone had to go through to get to those doors, not including reading the sign that was on a big piece of poster board, right? So I'm like 5 stories up with a pump sprayer, just spraying these ledges and rinsing them down, getting rid of the green. Next thing I know, I'm getting called in the office because an attorney did the limbo under 2 rows of caution tape, walked beyond the cones, grabbed the doors, not knowing if they were locked or not, read the sign, and then walked around the other side and got bleach spots on his suit. And I'm like, well, let's go take a picture and see what's going on here. Who's the educated one? You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. You see ropes. You see a guy there. It was a 5 or 6 story building. It wasn't like I was 300 feet in the air where you couldn't see somebody. You know what I'm saying? And now you're going to sue me because you ruined your suit by walking underneath what's closed. And you did the limbo. We got cameras. How about we look at the cameras? You're doing the limbo under caution tape. Fucking idiot. You know what I'm saying?
Interesting. What happened on that?
The management company just took care of it because they were like, you did everything you needed to do to protect yourself and the people. And if he decided to go buy it, but because he's a tenant paying rent, they took care of it. You know, they probably bought him a tie and I was just looking at this guy like, you really have an education because you're not very smart with common sense. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you're the best attorney in plantation, but you're certainly not a smart man, you know?
Well, you'd be surprised dumb people are.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
yeah. So Ed, you pretty much do residential. You use pure water systems as well, or are you all traditional?
I have a pure water system. Yeah, I use it maybe 3 or 4 times a year.
Really?
I prefer nose to glass.
Yeah.
But see, like I've seen a lot of your videos, TJ. You deal with a lot of 3 stories. This is Texas. You don't get any 3 stories here. Mm-hmm. You get some pretty tough ones on the bluff side of the rivers and stuff. Mm-hmm. But this is Texas. You build out, not up.
Right.
Yeah.
It's very common to have a 15,000 square foot one floor house.
Right.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you get the
makes more sense. Texas, you can move the entire population of the United States into Texas, and there would still be room.
Yeah, and everybody could have 10 acres. Yeah.
Yeah. There's some math equation for that. Like some guy came up with this shit, and like you could give like each person like a certain amount of acres, and everyone in the United States could live in Texas and not be right on top of each other, which is crazy. So it makes more sense to build out than up. On the East Coast, everything's got to go up because everything's right on top of each other. You know what I mean? So
well, it must be easier to cool too. I'd imagine it being
a
story and dealing with southern Texas heat.
Yeah.
It does get warm.
Oof.
Yeah.
I spent a week there, and I got to tell you, that whole myth about being over 100 degrees in Texas because it's dry heat compared to Florida is a lie. I was like, how is the asphalt not melting? Oh, my God. You walk on a black pavement, the heat radiates off that. I'm like, I told my brother, I said, your electric bill must be $5,000 a month trying to cool this house, because that AC never shuts off. He's like, it doesn't shut off. It just runs.
Right.
Yeah, man.
That's when July and August is when I have a lot of fun with Jordan because he's outside, I'm inside. And if the homeowners, I'll raise the window and yell at Jordan, "Hey, Jordan, bring me my jacket, will you? It's cold in this house." I'll hand him my bucket through the window if the homeowners around. "Change this water out, please. It's too cold for me."
Now,
it's 109 out.
Do you work together or do you split? You work together a lot?
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Well, the first 2.5 years we were together as I was training him, yes. But
Yeah.
now he's doing his own, and he's looking for a helper now. He's
Oh yeah.
had very little time for me,
Yeah.
and that's why we were visiting on the phone the other day. That's why I worked probably 79 out of 81 days
Wow.
straight.
Yeah. Yeah. That must be quite the market out there. You have a lot of competition?
There's a lot of people doing the commercial stuff around. I don't mess with it. You know,
Yeah.
when I got a divorce in 2010, I gave them all to. I had about 300 and something. I gave them all to my ex-wife. She lost them all, so
Yeah. Really?
it was kind of a blessing to me because I was really struggling to keep up. And now with the residential, you know, I had to tell certain homes in for Thanksgiving couldn't make it, and same thing here with Christmas.
Yeah.
Just doing the best I can. You know, that's when I hate to say it, I have to pick and choose. I absolutely hate to say.
But
I
it sounds
can't.
to me that after 35 years, that's the way you want it. You don't want to deal with outside help.
No,
No.
I love it, but I
Yeah.
love it when Jordan's with me because we just have a good time together.
I can
He helped-
imagine. Yeah.
He helped me 2 days this week, and we had a lot of fun.
That's awesome. How old is he?
30, 31.
Okay. So he's still a young buck. He does whatever you want him.
He is really good, and his eyesight is better than mine. So he is he has paid attention. He's great on detail. He's going to go far.
So what's your oldest customer, meaning that you've had for the longest period of time? At 35 years, you probably got some oldies.
Yeah, I've most of it, my originals have kind of died off. I still do have some 35-year-old established customers. And
wow.
One of the funniest things, one of my first houses I ever did when I started, oh gosh, I remember her bill because she kept it. It was $150. She had this was in 1986. She had 55 windows. And I was up there about 2 years ago. Sadly, she passed. And bill was $675, and she goes, and she showed me my original bill
wow.
of $150, and now after 35 years it's like $675. She goes, I don't know what happened.
But I hate to tell you this, Ed. 175 back in '86 is probably more than 675 now. You know
that. You know, it's like when you hit these milestones. First time you make $150 in one day. First time you make $250 in one day. Yeah. And it's just the sky's the limit, man.
Yeah, yeah. But now you have to do that to survive. You know what I'm saying? Like you have to turn those big numbers just because to keep up with everything. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's the nature of the beast. You know,
right?
What I was doing 10 years ago to what I'm doing now is like looks more, but you know, is it really? You know, I've been probably increased prices by 30% in 10, well, not 10 years, like 9, just to keep up with. At first, too, it's like you kind of take everything. You know what I mean? Like you'll do any job, you just want to work. Yeah. And you kind of realize after a while, it's like, I feel like I'm losing money on this job every time I come here. So it's, you have to, but it's one of those things where it's like, you know, it's inflation comes in, it goes down, it comes up, it goes down. It's just, you just kind of go through the pains of it, I guess.
Right.
Yep.
That's about it.
So it's you and Jordan, the new wife. She doesn't clean any windows. Does she do the office work for you?
No, she does not do it. I do all that. I do everything. She has her own career going and stuff like that. She just makes
but I got to say, she's the infamous photographer that took that picture that we all know and love, right?
Yes.
I saw that picture. I think you and I were just kind of getting to know each other, and I go, wait a minute, am I really seeing what I think I'm seeing here? Is this Photoshop? And then I'm like zooming in. I'm like, no, it's not Photoshop. That is good fun right there, buddy. That is good. So your son now is he Stewart's window cleaning as well, or is he?
Oh, he is JW Exterior Service.
Okay.
That's what he goes. Hey, I've got an ethics question for y'all to mull over. He just bought a house 2 years ago in a town that I'm established in.
Uh-huh.
And I work quite a bit in there. I've got a lot of the bigger homes in there. And I think he was expecting me to kind of hand off my phone calls to him.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, Jordan, if you get a call in the town I live in, you better take it or I'll get mad. But I said, I can't just give you my phone calls.
No. Maybe you could do some of those together, but, a territory is, you obviously don't work as much in your town like you said before, but, look, you're still not competition. You're father and son.
Correct.
Has there ever been a time when both of you are called to bid the same house?
No, but me and my ex-wife have wound up at the same house before.
Really?
When we were in a divorce, she stuck
Was
around
there a
in
cat
town.
fight in the front yard? Get the hell out of here.
No, it was kind of unusual, but she's gone now. There's not enough room, so she's gone.
Yeah. Well, I would just say that, you can kind of trade back and forth leads or something. I mean, it's not ethical, but I've heard of guys going, well, I'll go in and bid it at, 350, you go bid it at 325, and if you need a hand, I'll come out there and give you help, but what I'm saying.
If Jordan and I, that happened in the very beginning. Some guy called me, and this is when Jordan was just starting out on his own about a year and a half ago, and I found out that he had my son also bid on the job. I pulled my bid out. I said, I'm not interested. Please use him. Give him a chance.
Yep.
Let him.
Yeah.
Jordan just needs to be chewed up and spit out a few times, a few years under his belt.
Yeah, he'll fall down a few times and get back up, and that'll toughen him up, and he'll learn, But I'm sure you didn't spoon feed him. You made him earn every dime that.
You better believe.
I mean, I work with my father. People think that it's an ideal situation. It's not always. I mean, we just thought too differently. You know what I'm saying? Like, my dad was old school, collect cash, hide it under the mattress, and fly under the radar, and I wanted more out of it. I can't take cash and put 3 guys on the payroll and still make the payroll. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So we went kind of different directions with that, but my father was the kind that would negotiate the price to where you were barely making any money, but he figured you can't raise the price of a job you don't have. And I go, but you can't even bring it to market standard at that price. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But that's the way it was in South Florida 30 years ago. It was a wild, wild west. You know what I'm saying? I mean, guys would go in, not so much residential. I never been in that market much, but they'd go into commercial work and offer 6 months free service just to lock the job.
Wow.
Yeah. And you'd go into a center and be cut to ribbons. It would be literally, I've already got someone. I got someone, and he offered me 6 months free. What are you offering me? And I'm looking at this going, you might not even be here in 6 months with what you're selling. You know what I'm saying? How's that work? How's that work?
It apparently didn't work.
No. But it would put a wedge between me and you, Seth. If I was in there offering 6 months free and you're in there for 40 a cleaning, you're going to be like, this shit clown is ruining the industry. You know what I'm saying? But everybody was doing it. I mean, the most I would ever give away was if I started on a twice a month cleaning, I would give them, if it was, only one for the month, I'd give them the first month up front. You know what I'm saying? I'd be like, wait till you get some money in the register, and then we'll bill you the end of next month. And that was the most I would ever do. But guys were, like I said, they'd leave their business card 6 months free.
Jeez.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can't imagine running a business that way.
They did, but see, route work here, routes were bought and sold all the time. You'd see the same guys on the street, and then 6 months later, you'd see a different guy cleaning the same work, and you'd be like, what happened to so-and-so? Oh, I bought him out. These guys would build up $2,000 worth of work, and sell it for $25,000, and then go build up another $2,000 and sell it for $20,000.
Their plan was to get paid by somebody else, basically.
Exactly.
Build a route, have somebody else buy it.
That's why they would cut prices or do it cheap, just to fluff up the numbers and get these jobs locked, and then they'd sell them to someone else. And everybody was doing it. Don't get me wrong. It was like common practice. There was no loyalty of Eddie showing up to this Wendy's every Wednesday morning. It was Eddie just sold it to me, and I'm doing it. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah, yeah.
Market
It
man.
was wild time to learn how to do this. I can say
It's
that.
like, I have one guy still here. It's the guy from a couple of years ago, Nick. Remember when somebody was using my company name for their advertisement?
Oh,
He's
yeah.
still trying to go to my advertiser and pay them more money so that they put out my advertisement.
Yeah,
Basically saying that they're full when they're not. So
Yeah.
he's trying to pay like $20,000 extra to keep me out
Crazy.
from
Yeah.
advertising. And
but
I'm like,
dude, there's no
it's
difference
so
between.
stupid.
There's no difference between any of that we've just discussed, whether it's like what you just said or what I was saying, to going out and fucking yanking up someone's yard sign and putting yours there. You know what I'm saying? I see that all the time. People are like, this asshole took down my yard signs. Well, I wouldn't hire someone that's fucking nailed up to a telephone pole. I wouldn't do it just on principle alone. You know what I'm saying? You look very hungry for work when you're nailing your shit to a fucking telephone pole. That's my opinion. You know what I'm saying?
I think it's markets too. Like here's yard signs are fucking everywhere. Every
Really?
street I go down, there's yard
Yeah.
signs for gutter clean. No one puts their company name on it anymore though, because I think so many people have stolen signs.
Yeah.
They just put your number to like make them as cheap as possible.
Yeah, window cleaning with a phone number. Yeah. No, don't see that much here.
Yeah, it's everywhere here.
You know?
But it is what. Oh, Richie's gonna be on, or is on.
Okay, well, there's that. Richie's coming on the show here eventually. Thanks, Seth.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Hey. You know what I've been waiting for you to, you know what I've been waiting for you to say for about 30 minutes, TJ?
What?
Oh, we finally got some pussy on the show. Waiting on that, TJ, because that's my introduction. I watch on. Where's the pussy?
We found the
Yeah.
biggest, wettest, juiciest vagina that we could find, and we got him on the show tonight. Introducing
episode
Eddie's.
219.
Yeah.
The
Yeah,
219 special, man.
Yeah, baby. The episode 220 special, the big VerJJ.
There you go.
220. Congratulations, y'all. That's a big commitment. That's awesome.
It's fun. It's still a lot of fun. You know, I think all three of us have always discussed as long as we're having fun and
Now,
people
you
are
guys,
showing.
give me 1 second to address the Patreon members here. You see
Absolutely.
that? The guys
You
that
got
are
that.
watching here, that are Patreon members. I mean, I know Jacob Dell's been talking about being one for a long fucking time. But anyways, he can't, for some reason, can't figure out how to just log. I mean, what I need to say is this: Patreon, the app is very important to what I'm going to be doing after the beginning of the year. After we take our break and we come back, Patreon is going to be a big part of what I'm going to be doing. They're changing things on Patreon. I'm going to be able to do videos right on Patreon. I do have Venmo. I do have Cash App. Jacob Dell, I don't know if he has those things or not. But Patreon, you can, I mean, it's super simple to put in whatever you want. You could pay for a whole year if you want to. You can, you know what I mean? You can do whatever you want on Patreon. You don't have to Cash App me anything. The problem is this: if you don't have, okay, let's say you're like, hey, I just want to give you the money. I don't want to do it through Patreon. The problem is this: if you don't have the Patreon membership, I can't give you, or if you don't do it through Patreon, I can't give you the benefits that the app provide. You can't see the videos I'm going to be posting there. You know what I mean? I'm going to be doing exclusive content just for that. And we are going to be doing exclusive content just for that. I have hours of after the show videos that have never been posted. I've got hours of shit. Hours. When I say hours, I mean hours. And not only that stuff, I'm going to be digging stuff out of the vault. But I'm also going to be going live on Patreon and doing something exclusively on Patreon for you guys. So going through and doing it through the Patreon app, becoming a Patreon member through Patreon is the way to do it. You know what I mean? Because if you don't do it that way, you're not going to be able to see any of that stuff. You know what I mean? You're not going to be able to. I want to provide a little more value to what you guys are getting besides this is going to be your next Patreon shirt. It's a copy of one of my work shirts, but instead it is a Clearviews that says Squeegee Life. It's got and it doesn't have my real phone number on it, but it's a copy of my shirt. Cool. It's got the squeegee guy on the back. That's on the mirror there. You know, they're my shirts. So everyone's always wanting to do shirt trades. So here's all you Patreon guys will get a Clearview shirt essentially. But something besides shirts, I want to do something else. Actually, your guys' shirts don't have. Your guys' Patreon shirts have something extra on it, and you're gonna get another little extra little doodad with it. But I want to do something besides the shirts to give Patreon members, and I feel like content seems to be the right thing to do because that's what got you guys involved in supporting us to begin with, is us not giving you guys things. I feel like the value is in content and connection with us rather than material shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I agree with that.
Yeah, the info is right. The info for Patreon, the link is right here. www.patreon.com/Squeegee Life. Type that into your search engine. It will take you straight where you need to go. But I made a post in the exclusive group on Facebook and on Patreon. I need all your guys' information, email addresses, shirt sizes, membership number. I need all of that for what's going on with Patreon. Now, I need all of that information. So I need to make sure that whoever sees this sends me the email, the shit gets done properly, because after this, it's out of my fucking hands. You know what I'm saying? So if you don't respond, you're not going to get none of it. The shit's going to stop. So
and
just
don't complain about it if you don't do your job.
I mean, I love you guys. You guys are awesome, but it just send me that information to that email address so I can enter it into the system. Everything's going digital. So I can track everything and everybody, what you get, shipments, the whole 9 yards.
Nice.
Yeah. And I'm gonna. Another thing is it'll be automated to where you guys are gonna get discount codes for SqueegeeLife.com. I mean, just on my shit, not Mark's shit. You guys are gonna have to handle that with Mark. That's Mark's thing. If Mark wants to give you a discount on towels or something like that, you have to talk to the man. You have to talk to the man, not me, because what I'm doing is separate from what Mark's doing. Like, Mark will be handling that money for the towels. That's Mark's part of the deal here. So payments to that and that stuff like that would have to go to Mark for that merchandise on the website. Look forward right now. If you guys aren't, you guys should go to American Window Cleaner magazine and get a subscription to that for sure, because soon there's going to be some stuff in there you guys are going to want to pay attention to. But like I said, there's a bunch of changes coming. I'm tightening the ship up. Everything's changing.
Nice.
The whole thing is under one umbrella now. The window cleaning business, SqueegeeLife.com, all of it's under one umbrella now. So financially, tax-wise, the whole 9 yards. So at least my side of it anyway.
We're going to be Fortune 500.
We're not going to be Fortune 500. I just need to. I need to make sure that the sales taxes on the shirts get fucking paid the proper way, so I don't get myself into any trouble. So it's all going to be under one thing, and with what Patreon's doing, I'm going to be able to upload video from Patreon instead of sending a fucking link and all that stupid shit. There's going to be so many new features coming in 2022 that I don't want. I want to take full advantage of that platform. You know what I mean? Because I feel like YouTube, it's a slippery slope with YouTube right now. We're like, especially this group of dudes, we're one fucking word away from not being able to do this anymore. So on here, we could go back to fucking not. I've gotten a couple warnings on the live feeds, so I was there for a minute. I was like, man, we're gonna have to do this bitch pre-recorded, and I'm gonna have to start uploading them again. You know what I mean?
No,
but
we don't want to do that.
The audio feed's gonna come back, so you guys can download those. I think I've figured out. I think we found all the lost episodes. The reason why the audio hasn't been, because I lost everything, and I couldn't find it. I didn't know where the podcasts were being, because this is supposed to be recorded and then pulled off. I pull the audio out of the video and post it up. I can't find those fucking things. I don't know where they were at. The computer did an update, and I'm not a computer guy, and I don't know where the fuck it was putting it at. But I think I found it. I got someone on the case, so hopefully that works. I don't know. We'll
Absolutely.
see. We'll see.
I'm sure it's going to be some bumps in the road, but you get it figured out.
Yeah, I'll get it figured out.
Then
for
it'll
sure.
be more organized than everything else.
Patreon's going to be exciting because that's an interesting platform to kind of run some.
Well, it's going to be something that we're going to be able to. I'm going to be able to do more for the listeners and add more content, more cool shit anyway. You know what I'm saying?
Awesome.
More cool shit that's exclusive to those guys. It's just an exclusive to them. You know what I mean? And that's what I want to do. So we'll see what happens. Hopefully everyone pays attention, does what I ask, and I don't have to get fucking upset about it. Because I feel bad because, you guys are fucking Radmobile, you know what I mean, supporting the show. We got another dude over 50 that can barely work his fucking phone. Merry Christmas, it's Richie fucking Blue.
It's Richie.
Yo,
what's up, man?
Merry Christmas, dude.
How come you guys kept hanging up on me, man?
Hey, man, listen, dude, we got two of the biggest pussies I know on this podcast. Eddie and Richie are both on the same night. How you doing, buddy?
Oh, what's up, guys?
What's happening, Richie? Long time no see. How you doing, bud?
Doing all right, man. Settling into, the new world headquarters in an undisclosed location somewhere deep in northern Pennsylvania.
Yeah, up in the sticks. Richie's look at him. He's even got his flannel jacket on. This guy is not. He's part of the not fucking around crew up in Pennsylvania, dude.
That blood takes a while to not be so thin anymore, man.
Bro,
it's cold. It's cold there.
How you doing, Seth? I haven't talked to you in forever.
I'm good, man. I'm good. Just same shit. And been good, man. How about yourself? Everything good?
Yep.
Perfect.
I'm out birding every day, getting some good shots. Geeking out on new camera equipment.
Nice.
Yeah. All the wildlife back here is bigger and burlier, man.
Yeah.
They have to be.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I was like, why is everything so big back here? Even the sparrows, man, they're like the size of a crow, out in San Diego.
Yeah, man, you moved back to like a new world there. You and TJ probably got a lot in common going on.
Yeah. Weather-wise, we do. Richie's living a different style of life than I am, man. Richie's living that woodsman life, man. He's like scouting birds. Him and his brothers are like just touring the world, man. Just checking out
nature.
birds and stuff, dude. It's gangster, man.
It's awesome.
Yeah, we got some intel on last week on my birthday on a big snowy owl, and we drove 2 hours up into the mountains, man, to find it.
They found it, man. They sent me a picture. It was fucking rad, dude.
I've been hearing an owl in my backyard for the past 2 weeks, and I cannot find him. And it's rare for us to get an owl around here. But I've been hearing him when I've been out at night. So I'm wondering what kind of owl it would be. Maybe
we have big barn owls here. And there would be one in a pine tree and then like one of my neighbor's pine trees, and they would be hooting at each other. So finally, I'm like, every time you go take a flashlight and go look for him, you can't see him. And one day I finally lit him up. And I'm not lying. He was standing on a branch. He had to be 20 inches. I mean, he was huge. You could tell by the sound that he was a big bird. But yeah, we got screech owls and barn owls here. They're cool.
Tried to get TJ said he heard an owl in his backyard, and I go, well, what did it sound like? He wouldn't make a sound.
He was in the truck with his brother talking to me on the phone, and I was not gonna embarrass myself in front of Richie's brother, whom I've never met. in person by imitating the fucking owl in my backyard. It's not gonna fucking happen, dude. It's not gonna happen.
Yeah, it
bro.
sounds like Richie was baiting you up a little
Yeah,
bit.
he was. You know,
Yeah.
Richie.
A little bit of a setup.
What I'm hoping to do is sometime this winter, it's not hoping. What I'm going to do sometime this winter is I'm going to Maker World headquarters, and I'm going to learn how to make a silencer. It's going to be sweet.
That is awesome.
Their room.
We're gonna smoke cigarettes and drink DC, baby. It's going to be sweet.
Another fucking leaky gunslinger's
make-
coming out.
No,
Like
no.
holes with Marlboros.
Listen,
Drink percolated coffee.
Percolated coffee.
None of that drip shit.
no
Only
drip. Only percolated.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Who's that? Who's this other person in here? Eddie? Is that Eddie?
it doesn't matter. I'm better looking than you, so
What's going on, man?
not much. How are you, bud?
Doing all right. Yeah. It's just trying to stay warm. You know.
Good luck to that.
It's
Where
about
do
80 today here.
What state do you live in?
South Texas, way South Texas.
Oh man, it's nice and warm there.
Yeah. Seth, what state do you live in, Seth?
Well, according to TJ, I live in Connecticut, but I actually live in Massachusetts. So I live in a town called Plymouth. I'm right in between Boston and Cape Cod.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So. Oh,
My wife is from Cape Cod.
really? Okay. Nice.
Cape
Nice.
Cod.
I was waiting.
Can't
For,
make
I was waiting for the joke there. My wife's from Cape Cod. I was waiting for the
Yeah.
joke, but it didn't come.
My wife's from Nantucket. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, island people are interesting. If you live on the other side of the bridge to go to the Cape, you never come over the other side of the bridge. You just stay there.
Right. Well,
We
we got
need
to.
about 4,000 illegals dumped in your state every week.
Oof.
Right.
Oh,
Take 10,000. You think the border be closed? I'll bet you damn quick. When
Well, I heard the
making-
governor over there is building their own wall, and they've got already almost 4 miles done. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, they're doing about I think they said about 5 football fields a day.
Yeah.
Welcome to You Ain't Jumping the Border, the
And
podcast.
they're not able to use the stuff that Trump had built. They're bringing in all brand new, right?
Yeah, Biden will not allow it. The Biden administration won't allow it. I
That
like
is
what
fucking
governor-
bullshit.
I like what your governor's doing, Mark. Just
Oh.
threatening busload after busload straight to Delaware in the Northeast.
Yep.
They need
he's
about
gonna-
2,000 a week.
Yep. Yeah.
There.
Well, we already had a murder in our state by an illegal that was just dumped here, and
Wow.
and DeSantis called it right out. He said if that guy wasn't dumped on the streets of our towns, somebody would be alive right now.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah.
He ain't. I'll tell you what, DeSantis ain't fucking around with this, and I 90% of our state is right behind him, going, "You go, you take care of this," you
Right.
know.
So,
Love
Richie, the Border Crossers podcast. That's correct, sir. Build that wall. Richie, I got a couple questions in the comments. They want to know if there's going to be any more Maker products ever. Any new stuff.
Well, right now we got lots of new stuff, but because of what the commies are doing everywhere, it's the fucking shipping, everything's just totally upside down. It's like some places, that they shut down because we outsource some stuff over in like Germany and Poland, some stuff in Italy, and it's a big gangster movie over there. They're open, shut down one day, they're open the next day, shut down. It's just all a bunch of commie bullshit, man. That's what it is. So as soon as all that gets straightened out, then we'll be back, rolling pretty regular.
Yeah.
On
I mean, I could have said, yes, there are, but I'd prefer Richie to tell you, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? There's some cool stuff that Richie's got that I've seen that it's really fucking cool, and people are really going to like the shit. It's just, COVID, man. COVID, bro. You got to get Hey, if everyone gets their injections, we can get new Maker products again, bro. Come on, bro.
You guys are relatively open. Governor Abbott ain't fucking around either, right?
He's not.
Yeah, because
No.
I know Florida has the lowest COVID rates, and Texas is like number 4.
Well, you know what?
3 or 4.
You know what? Ohio didn't have to doesn't have to ask their governor for any fucking permission. We just took his power away to do that shit. He can't do that shit no more.
I think it's funny. I was reading today that someone had posted on Facebook that in Chicago, they're putting mandates out where you're not going into public places such as restaurants, concerts, or anything like that without a vaccine card. And I'm like, well, what about the 50 to 75 people that are shot every fucking weekend in the state, and you're doing nothing about it? Nothing.
Yeah. Hey, you're not going to give my friend the sniffles, but you can shoot him in the fucking face if you'd like when he comes outside.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. That's one thing. You know, you can't. They elected that Beetlejuice of a mayor. Holy shit! Yeah. I'll tell you what.
I tell you what, Bobby.
I'll tell you what. That boy is a hard worker.
Yeah, man. Give them free ammo. It's just the trash, taking out the trash. No big deal.
Yeah.
There's an occasional needle in a haystack, boo-boo, kid or something. That's bad, but it's just the trash, taking the trash out, fighting over street corners. That's cool.
Yeah,
Jesus
kill each other.
Christ.
I like that.
That was some old white dude shit right there, bro. Seth's all like reaching around his head, shit, getting all nervous, like, God, don't say nothing bad, Eddie.
My house. Honestly, it sounds like Christmas or New Year's at my house.
Right? Yeah, yeah.
Hey, what's up?
That's the table.
That's me and my dad basically.
That's
going
the
back
table. That's the table with strong black coffee and hot pecan pie.
You think you've made it through?
Yeah,
You have.
yeah,
Coffee came out. Now everyone's ready to go.
yeah. It's going all downhill. When the pecan pie and the black coffee comes out, it's over, dude. It's time for the kids to go to bed.
What is a pecan?
Pecan, whatever the fuck you want to call
pie?
it.
A pecan.
You're gonna correct my grammar, and you sound like fucking king of the fucking hill. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah,
This fucking guy.
it's always fun in my house. You got like 3 Trump supporters. I got like 2 aunts that are social workers, and I just sit there and go, "Can everyone just shut the fuck
I'm
up?"
sure that's got to be miserable.
It's fucking awful. I've heard words that I didn't know existed half the time. I'm just like, Jesus Christ.
So
Well,
Richie, Richie, are you enjoying life? You talk to fucking Eddie the whole show. Let me talk to fucking Richie. All right, Mark.
Sorry.
Yeah, okay. So Richie, how are you liking
Sorry.
Pennsylvania life, man? Are you liking it? Are you enjoying it?
Great, man. It's great.
Is it a different world from the world you just left? What is it? What is the culture shock like? That's my most wondered about subject that we don't talk very much about in private, is the culture shock from California to Pennsylvania. What's the change that you've seen?
Well, I mean, they're a lot more family orientated out here. They just, California, there's parts of California that are cool, when you get into like rural areas and stuff like that. Like the cities like San Diego, LA, San Francisco, it's just, just a bunch of tree-hugging vegan cross-dressers, man.
Well, correct me if I'm wrong, but a lot of New Jersey's pretty liberal too, Richie, right? Or no?
He's in Pennsylvania.
Well, this is MAGA country, man. Most of the people out here are red. I mean, you got some libtards and stuff last gaspers hanging on, but they're fucking shut down fast, man. They start talking shit, they just get fucking pummeled, man.
Yeah, we like to pay more for fuel over here.
Well, what the first thing they did is shut down the Keystone Pipeline. Hello, that's not, it's Pennsylvania. That's a lot of jobs in Pennsylvania, man. It's like, that ain't cool. So,
yeah.
Anyway, whatever. But
well, honestly, not to get controversial, but I think your state was definitely stolen. Y'all couldn't count nothing.
No, I couldn't agree with you more, man. I couldn't agree with you more, Mark.
Well, no, I mean, in the city, it's really crooked down in Philadelphia. Like the big cities here in PA, they're just, it's like every big city in the country, it's all run by Democrats, and there's like a lot of crooked bullshit going on. And so, unfortunately, there's a lot of, electoral votes that get pulled out of Philadelphia and Pittsburgh and places like that, and then the smaller places around PA get kind of fucked because of that. But I think they're gonna really kind of do something like they did in Virginia when they elected that governor. What's his name? Just recently in Virginia, what happened was they had I forget how many, like 600 attorneys hired at the ready, and poll watchers, because they did that whole thing with the what do they call it, committee members, in other words, we had like Republicans there watching the polls, and they couldn't pull any shit, and the minute anything crooked went on, they called up the attorneys, but see, they didn't do that in New Jersey. But they're going to do that here in PA next time for the midterms. There's going to be a bunch of people watching the polls, and they ain't going to be.
I hope so.
Yeah.
I hope so.
We'll see. I don't know. I just don't like taxes. Don't hold it against me.
Your taxes are lower, definitely, in Pennsylvania, I assume.
A little bit. It depends on what
It's the Northeast, man. We taxes are a thing here.
Yeah. Yeah.
State tax sucks. No, that's the way it goes. You two up here with your no state tax.
Yep.
It's gonna be enjoyable.
Yeah, but you don't have sales tax, or is that New Hampshire doesn't have sales tax?
New Hampshire doesn't have sales tax. They'll tax me any fucking way they can here.
Yeah.
What were you saying, Richie?
Well, another thing they like to do here, I'll show you just real quick, just on this street. Can you guys see that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at they fucking go mad, dude. I mean, they go fucking mad with lights, like that Chevy Chase movie where they fucking have like
Christmas Vacation.
Yeah.
Power grid or the city goes down.
Yeah.
Like that's how they are out here with lights, man. It's out of control. So
Richie, I'm kind of thinking we need to use you as a roving reporter, because I'm pretty impressed the way you're able to move. You went from the back porch on your apartment to walking down the streets with the phone showing us houses. If there's any uprising, are you willing to come on an emergency podcast so we can see what's going on live?
Absolutely,
It's a peaceful protest.
Hey, Mark, I was going to ask you a question because I was listening. They're doing DeSantis is getting ready to sign in some gun legislation if they run it up, something about open carry and concealed carry permits. Like you don't need, how you got to like jump through a bunch of hoops to.
Yes.
But he's going to sign so you don't have to do that, and just everybody can carry a fucking gun.
Yes.
Like they do in Texas.
Yes. Yeah. When I was in Texas, that's the one thing that really blew my mind, was just walking into a grocery store and people are walking around with exposed guns. And because it wasn't shocking, but it was like something you don't see, where I live. And I'm like, wow, that is so cool.
Yeah, you have to take about a 6-hour course.
That's it.
You can take it online. It's as simple as taking it online now. But we went to the gun range and took the course there.
Yeah.
6 hours, 5 hours instruction, 1 hour shooting.
Now, I would be willing to bet that strong arm robbery in your state is probably less than most.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Now that
we can open or conceal carry, whichever Susan and I want.
That is awesome.
The whole state. It's great.
Yeah.
The cities with the strictest gun laws have the highest gun crimes.
Yeah.
Yeah, because nobody in a state like Eddie's is gonna be running around doing goofy shit when Eddie's got a 357 fucking Python on his fucking hip out there like dirty fucking Harry. You fuck around out there, you're gonna find out. That's the fuck around find out state is Texas. Fuck around and you're gonna find out.
Can you conceal carry, TJ?
We could conceal and open carry here too. I can mow my lawn with my AR-15 on my back if I fucking want. You know what I mean? That's how we roll out here in Ohio. We ain't fucking around either.
What's got so bad down here? I've had 2 different customers. The closer I work to Mexico, they asked me if I have a gun. I said yes. I carry it in the truck. They say wear it. That's pretty bad when you got a multi-million-dollar property and you have to wear. I have to carry while I'm cleaning windows. It's kind of
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy, man.
I keep the old fucking I keep the old old 6-shooter in the fucking underneath the seat of the truck when I'm out at night. You know what I mean? When I'm no matter what. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
but that one
Well,
right there, that's the pistola. That's the the old Secret Service edition. You know what I mean? Yeah. The old fucking you know what I'm talking about. It throws no shells, so it tells no lies. You understand what I'm saying? All my brass is coming with me. Only thing you're getting is lead, sir. Not fingerprints. Yes.
Well, there's something else as I do that if the Border Patrol stops the train coming out of Mexico, all the illegals just jump off and haul ass by the thousands.
Yeah.
Really?
And it's just, turn on the light and roaches go everywhere. And so, yeah, I'll do a couple of homes that are pretty close to the railroad tracks. If the Border Patrol stops, that's June. It's just open season out here.
I think
And Mike Nichols said that him and Eddie compared guns in the street in Arkansas. Hey, look at you.
Man, I like to. He's a good guy.
My uncle, my grandfather's brother, he's been passed away for quite a few years now, but he used to walk around with bib overhauls, and he had in his bib overhaul top pocket, he had a 45 long Colt pistol with the barrel sawed off of it. He called it his pocket gun. Now, if you know what a 45 long Colt is, that's a motherfucking round right there, and it's snub nose. He's like, well, I ain't trying to shoot nobody far away. He goes, that's for if you get too close to me, gun. He goes, I'm gonna leave a big ass hole in you. He used to say, go hide. He goes, this is the pistol I use when I want to shoot someone at my neighbor's house through a wall standing behind the refrigerator. Yeah, that was pretty funny to meet him the first time, like when he had another gun in a fucking greasy fucking brown paper bag on the hump of his car too. And he was a trip. We get all of us young cousins, we all get in the car and go with Uncle Euless to the Piggly Wiggly, and literally the Piggly Wiggly, and I get in the front seat and I kick that bag over and a fucking gun slid out of it. And he goes, that's my car gun.
Yeah.
I mean, I grew up around it. You know what I mean? I don't follow gun laws. Not too many people do. To be honest with you. I mean, nowadays, man, it's all, you're a fucking criminal if you carry a fucking gun. It's not vice versa. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you try to be a law-abiding citizen, fucking go out, give first aid, clean graffiti off the walls, shoot a couple pedophiles, you're a fucking criminal now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What the fuck, dude? What kind of world are we living in, dude? You know what I mean?
Dude, it's fucking wild, man. I just found out about people calling pedophiles now maps.
What?
You seen that shit? Minor attracted persons? They got their own fucking
dude.
flag
No,
and shit.
they got their own. No,
But
dude.
I call them they're dead.
No.
But that's it.
If you fly the MAPS flag in front of your house, you're not going to be living in my neighborhood very long.
no.
It's fucking wild. People making excuses for it now. It's fucking insane.
I've never heard of that. Maps?
Yeah, there's a couple there was a governor, or somebody running for governor or senator in Delaware that was trying to pass laws for like minor consent and shit, and people. New York Times writing about how people in that demographic who haven't committed crimes yet people should have sympathy for them. I'm like, what the fuck is going on in the world, man?
Life of a Wash Boy said the U.S. government pays for illegals to cross. Ask me how I know. How do you know? I asked
Well,
you.
they also, I know they drop them off. They're flying them out in the middle of the night, moving them all around.
Yeah.
They're probably loading up the red counties with fucking immigrants, so the
They're trying to. They ain't. Yeah.
Well, in states like Ohio, where it's super hard to defraud an election because we don't fuck around with that shit here. Not like these slack-jawed fucktards in Pennsylvania. We actually know how to run our state and have a fair election. Yeah, I said what I said, Richie Blue.
You won't get any argument. You won't get any argument out of
Fucking
me.
Michigan, fucking bunch of yums up in Michigan can't have a fair election either. You look it up, Ohio. You don't. There's our shit's on point. We're like a role model state for voting because you can't do that shit here.
Yeah, well, I know when DeSantis
Love you
took
too,
over,
Mario.
he fixed our shit, and some people went to jail. He fixed that right away, but we dodged a bullet because we had that Andrew Gillum, who,
That's right.
a year ago OD'd on drugs and was found naked with some male prostitutes. We dodged a bullet getting DeSantis, I'll tell you what.
Oh, that
yeah.
got you.
Fuck yeah, you did.
Yeah,
You
that got
couldn't-
me in trouble on Facebook because I had a picture of Andrew Gillum naked on the ground, and I extended the pixelation to give him a bigger penis.
Debuff.
Yeah, it got me thrown out. Well, the first time, Ed, I got to say
Want
it
some
was
tips?
your fault because
Want
you
some
put up
tips?
a picture
You want
of
some
your
tips?
Toyota truck with the ladder racks, and I changed the ladders out for
They did-
penises, and that was my very first suspension. But
That shit was funny. I remember that picture going up. It was up
yeah, now
for a
dude,
minute
now,
too. It was up for
Dude,
a minute too, dude.
Now it's not even a subliminal message, and you're locked. You know what I'm saying?
Debuff. Spider-Man, don't get me started. What do you mean, Spider-Man? Man, that Spider-Man movie, shoot. Yep, Eddie's here. Mario, you were going to be my next call. If Richie turned me down for tonight, I was going to ask you to come on with Eddie. But everybody's been asking for Richie, and Richie's a stuck-up little bitch now. So
He's laying low.
he's laying low, all right, fucking asshole. It's not all good. Fuck that. Fuck Richie, man. Come on the podcast, dude. We're not fucking friends anymore. Now
I
you're
do
close
mi-
enough to me
I
to
do
drive
miss
up
the
there
big-
and bully you.
I know it was a lot of work, but those couple podcasts you did with the Bigfoot moment, Richie,
Oh, I miss that.
they
dude.
live in my heart.
Spoiled.
They live in my heart.
Spoiled. Yeah, they live in my heart too.
Yeah.
He spoiled us. He should have just done a half-assed job so we'd never
Yeah.
missed
Oh
it.
no, that shit had better production.
Debuff.
Yeah.
Hey, man. So that's the cool thing about birding. Like, a lot of people don't know this, is that when you go birding, you can go squatching simultaneously.
Squatch burden.
First podcast back, Mario.
Squatch and bird, baby. That's the way to do it.
That's the man there. He's actually got me. I think I'm gonna go out and get myself a decent little digital camera I can have a decent zoom in on, and because I live in probably one of the nicest areas for fucking bird watching there is, man. There's bird watching there's bird sanctuaries everywhere along the lake, everywhere. You could drive from one end of Route 6 to the total eastern border of Ohio all the way to the western border of Ohio up at the top there, and it's nothing but bird sanctuary. It's fucking cool.
So Richie, do you have like a checklist of birds that you're looking for?
Yes.
Yeah. See, what I do is I get the intel. See, we collect intel. It's just like a fucking private detective agency, you know?
Yeah.
We call up leads. We get, insight, and then we track them. We go out and track them. Like when we went up for that snowy owl, we got like some intel, and we only knew approximately where it was. So we were driving around in like a mile square radius, going all through different brush and everything, just to, because it's not like they just sit in the same spot, So you gotta, even if you get good intel, your chances of going to see, catch them, or you gotta kind of know how to do a little search grid. And, it's kind of fun, man. So we try for the rare ones, for sure, and it makes it. I'm telling you, it's like once you get the bird bug in you, it's like getting scratched by a cat, the wound that never heals.
Yep.
I'm telling you right now, and the cool thing about it is this fucking Richie and his brothers together is everything you would expect it to be. He sent me a video of them in the car, and I'm like, dude, you need to start a YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Hey Richie, do you know a lot about birds? It sounds like you do. So I got a question for you.
Yeah.
Would you take this for a swallow?
I'm telling you, man, it's fun. It's fun. You guys laugh, but
No, I think it's cool as hell.
remember the Highlander? With the Immortals when they cut the head off and all the electricity runs through them.
Yeah.
They call it the quickening.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's when you get that rare spot, man. It's like the fucking quickening, dude.
Like that snowy owl. I mean, you don't see birds like that very often, man.
No.
No, yeah.
I'll tell you what we have. There's a couple. I heard about them and then I finally saw one, but it's taken me. I've had my camp for 8 years, but there's two bald eagles out there, and I've been trying and trying. I'm always scanning for them because those are the ones I want to get.
Not even. I would say maybe a little over a quarter mile from this spot right here, as the crow flies. There is a huge eagle's nest in a bar parking lot.
Really?
Yeah. There's a big ass tree, and in the bar. There's guys there all the time shooting these balls. They're big ass motherfuckers.
Oh yeah, they're big.
Huge birds.
Their wingspan is like
they're big as fuck, dude.
Yeah.
And build big ass nests. The world's largest eagle's nest is here in Ohio. Did you know that?
Really?
Yep. I got pictures of it. I'll have to find them. Jennifer probably still has them, but yeah, the kids take the eagle's nest is so big you could fit a car inside of it.
Damn.
Wow.
Straight up. We got pictures of it somewhere.
Yeah, that's big.
Yeah, son.
So Richie, what's the? I know that snowy owl that you sent me a picture of is absolutely beautiful. Is there a specific bird that like has to be seen?
Well, yeah. I mean, it depends on the season. Like right now it's cold, so all the birds, all the warblers, and all the cool song and garden birds, they're all gone down south. They're gone down to Texas. To Texas. No, but hey, they got a lot of painted buntings in Texas, Eddie.
Yeah.
You got to
Fucking guys out of control, dude. It's the best.
In the
dude.
winter time, I go for it because there's not much around, so we go for the a lot of the raptors, especially the owls, because they're hard to find anyway. And so we keep it going through the winter, looking for owls and shit like that. And it's kind of fun. But the next owl I want to see, Mark, to answer your question, a rare owl, it's called the gray owl. It's called the great gray owl.
Okay.
There's huge, giant fucking owls, and they're pretty rare, man. They're pretty more rarer than the snowies.
That's another big ass giant fucking bird too. Well, I mean, they're raptors, right? So they're big fucking birds, dude. They used to be dinosaurs and shit, bro.
Yeah. I saw some sandhill cranes, man. Those are pretty rare too.
We got tons of them here.
Those are prehistoric, man. Those birds are some of the oldest birds in North America. They're like 2 million years old, dude. Can you believe
They're protected here because they caught. They're one of the few. I assume they're one of the few birds. Like when we see them in our yards, you'll see the mom, the dad, and the baby. They all stay together. They don't split up. They live their lives together. Yeah. And they're protected here. You don't fuck with the sandhill cranes.
Yeah. We have the plovers here. So that's their breeding seasons, like on 2 beaches that are here. So you can't even go out anymore because the plovers are in. Like you can't go to the beach anymore.
Our state bird's the seagull.
Is it really?
No, I'm just saying that. Fuckers are everywhere, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think ours is a cardinal.
You guys have the cocksuckers up there, right?
Cocksuckers.
The red
Cocksuckers. Cocksuckers.
That's what I like to call them.
Yeah. Yeah, but the springtime's going to be kick-ass, dude. When the spring hits, then we'll be looking for like the planetary warblers and the golden wings and all those beautiful little song guard birds. Those are hard to film because they fucking you get your camera on them and they're fucking like jumping around all the time, so you just gotta like hit the speed shutter, go, hopefully.
Mario said the California state bird is the dildo. The Ohio state bird is a cardinal, and that makes perfect sense because cardinals are assholes. They're super mean birds, cardinals.
We get them here occasionally. We don't have a lot.
Cardinals are mean to all other birds.
Yeah.
In themselves, they're assholes.
And I think, Richie, I have 2 cardinals here, so I'm going to ask you this. I think, according to what I saw, the beautiful bright red cardinal, that's actually the male, and the rustier looking one, not as pretty as the female.
Right.
Okay, because that's what we got flying around.
There's
here.
white ones too. They're white cardinals as well.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like a rare thing to see, though. But I've seen 1 or 2 in my day. There used to be cardinals, and I used to be cardinals in my grandmother's backyard all the time. All the time. Well, it's my backyard now, but all the time. I don't know what changed, but something changed. Probably my dogs. I don't see very many birds around because of the dogs.
You know that that one Bigfoot video I did, Mark, about the white Bigfoot?
Yes.
Okay, that was actually spotted. It's about 8 miles up the road here from where I'm at right now.
Nice.
We have the red-crested pantworm here in Florida. Fucking.
I'll tell you what.
Satisfied with himself. So.
Yeah, super.
My partner at camp has
Your partner.
He's a duck hunter, but
his
also,
partner.
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, I do them. Yeah, we do that. He's not
we know.
circumcised, so we do that bear trap. Right? Yeah, we dock. Yeah, I do a dry soak. Anyway, but he's a duck hunter, but he also has duck houses at his house, and he's got duck houses at camp.
We do the Chinese finger trap.
Yeah. He's got that long nose.
Hey, I got to split, man.
All right, Richie, thanks for coming on the show, man.
Buddy.
Have a Merry Christmas
sorry
and a
that
Happy New Year, buddy.
Thanks. Yeah, I'm at my brother's house, and they got to fucking go to bed here because they get up and work in the morning. I gotta split.
All right, bro.
All right,
buddy.
man. I'll see you later, dude.
It was good to see everybody.
Same here, Richie.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas,
dude.
Same to you.
Happy Hanukkah.
Thanks for watching, Mario. He said he's at Big Lots with his daughter watching. Yeah. I don't know, man. Fucking. I'm ready for some rest and relaxation and some family time and just unwinding and closing out another year. It's been a really nice year. We've all had some ups and downs, but I feel like business wise we've all done fairly good, and not just the guys on the show but everyone watching. I think we all had decent years, I would assume. At least it feels that way. That's the general vibe I get in our industry, is that we're starting to we're I don't know if we're heading in an upturn, but we're in a nice steady pattern right now. So hopefully that continues.
I'll be happy
year.
if I have what I have this year, next year. I don't want to be a downer, but it's just very interesting to see what's going to happen over the next year.
I'm not going to say that I disagree with you. I think really what's going to happen is guys that aren't probably as well established as others there's going to be a culling, I think, of companies pressure washing, window cleaning alike, because we're definitely skating on thin ice with our economy right now.
Well, I think the bigger ones too. I mean, at least I've already seen over the last
big ones,
year and a half. The bigger ones are going to get hit hard because of the overhead. They're going to have to scale back.
That's true. That's true.
But I
do see less and less people coming into the service industry. I see less and less people wanting to do this work.
Yeah.
And that is going to help the guy who's established, the guy who's willing to go out and,
bust it out. Yeah.
Well, I don't wanna end the show on a bad note like that. Doom and fucking gloom. Mark Tanner, we're all gonna die.
I'm not saying doom and gloom. I'm just saying it's interesting to see what happens.
But
I got hopes.
Hopefully everyone has a good year, including Mark. Coming in 2022, even though he thinks we're all gonna die soon.
Yeah. No.
But you know, it's just a good the one of the good times of the year where everybody can take a pause for a minute. I mean, pretty much the country as a whole, unless you're a Muslim or something. You know what I mean? And then you might be out bombing buildings or some shit. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, that wasn't a good joke. But but yeah, man, sitting down, having dinner, opening presents, drinking beers, and shooting the shit and busting chops, and I mean, this what better time of year than this? The holiday season. You know what I'm saying? It's like Christmas and Thanksgiving. These couple of months are some of my most fondest memories are from this time of year. Yeah, I'm smoking my prime rib. My prime rib is in my smoker already because it's 29 degrees, and why I put it in the freezer? When you got a smoker, you can just set it in and lock it up. You know what I mean? It's colder outside than it is in my refrigerator. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So fuck it. And
can you work around? TJ, can you work year round?
I do, yeah. I clean windows all year round. Normally, I just clean, storefronts, restaurants, shit like that. In the wintertime, I do have the occasional house here and there, that I'll take and do. Normally, houses in cold weather are normally existing customers, people I've already cleaned, because I'm not doing a first time cleaning in the fucking winter. You can blow me like a saxophone. You know what I mean? So, because there's extra steps involved in that. You know what I mean? Just extra steps. You can't just go to a first time cleaning and get them wet and fucking head down the road. You gotta get up on that glass, do some scouring and some detailing, and you know what I mean. There's a lot to it, So, and that's just a pain in the ass when it's windy and cold as shit, and you're on a ladder and it's like, fuck. Who wants to do that? Not me. No. Maybe some young kid starting out. Maybe some 29-year-old wet behind the ears young buck guy that's going to take over the whole fucking state of Ohio. Maybe he can do it. But I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it.
Fuck that.
Yeah, I think I'm doing, I'm going to put one of those maple glazed hams. I'm going to set that fucker face down in the smoker and heat it up in there. I'm gonna do a prime rib and probably 3 racks of ribs. You know what I mean? Like the whole smorgasbord of Christmas yummies. My macaroni cheese, that's better than Mark's wife's. Hopefully she's watching and she's seen that.
Yeah.
She was super mad at me about that when I said that. She's like, "How dare you?"
Who said that?
Yeah. Mashed taters, cheesy taters. Mom's making green bean casserole and homemade pumpkin pies, and we're gonna drink Brandy Alexander's and fucking smoke weed and act like straight assholes. It's gonna be great, I think.
Sounds like a fun time.
Yeah. Watch the Browns lose on Christmas. It's gonna be the best fucking Christmas ever. The Browns play on Christmas Day.
Can't beat it, man. This little Saturday game?
Yeah, nice Saturday game. They're going to lose. I can't believe they lost that game Monday afternoon.
The Raiders are...
Jesus Christ.
You guys had like 18 guys out, no head coach, and almost won that game.
God.
Man. 18 guys out, and you're playing freaking Derek Carr. Guy smells.
Yeah. Yeah, he does suck a fat one.
Mm-hmm.
He does suck a big old fat one.
Well,
but yeah, man, I don't know how long we're going to take off. It could be a month. It could be 2 podcasts. You know us. We can't never make up our minds, but,
it's a fact.
Take a little time off and enjoy the families and recharge our batteries, and maybe people start caring about the podcast again and start buying towels and fucking polish. I wish I had barbecue rub for Christmas, but I don't. Alas, it didn't happen. It didn't happen. Alas, it didn't happen. I only say that because Jacob Dell has brought it up several times in the podcast that he wanted barbecue rub. But I'm I'm gonna miss doing the show, but I'm gonna enjoy the time off. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Yeah,
You
it's
know.
a good recharge.
Good
Usually a couple
recharge.
weeks,
Yeah,
we'll just
usually.
start talking and
Yeah.
going, yeah,
Yeah.
I think it's time.
Yeah.
You know, because
Usually-
believe it or not, it's almost it's not therapeutic, but it's like just good to just sit here and bullshit. You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah. Oh
you
yeah.
don't
There's
don't
nothing
get
more.
that. Can't do that with family.
Right.
You know
There's
what I'm saying?
nothing better than the conversation I have here for my mental headspace at home. You know what I mean? I can say the things I need to say because they don't understand. You know what I mean? They understand my frustration, but they don't understand the ins and outs of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Yeah. It's nice to talk to two other assholes about the fucking bullshit you're going through, and just they get it. You know what I mean?
Nice.
Kind of nice. But it will be nice to like spend some time with some family. Fucking, I don't know, do all the things I haven't been able to do in 10 months.
Yeah.
You know?
Just
Right.
been going crazy. Yeah, I actually worked a lot further into the season than I actually thought that I normally do. You know what I mean? Like instead of the 9, I did 10 and a half months. So I was like, fuck. You know what I mean? Like, jeez, dude.
Yeah.
Like
Like,
a
I'm not
fucking
used to
phone
this shit.
stop ringing, that'd be great. God damn, I was almost to the point where I was going to start getting shitty with people. Like, listen, I don't do Windows. Fuck off. You know, you know
Tell someone else.
Fuck, dude. But you gotta be nice. You gotta take that work when it comes, man. Because like Mark said, you never know what's around the fucking corner.
Nope.
You know what I
don't.
mean? You never
Gotta-
know what's
you gotta-
around the corner.
You got to squirrel it away and see what happens.
Yep, you gotta. Yep, you definitely do.
I guess I'm the odd man out. I will take work over family any day.
Well, you work 70-something days nonstop, man. I have never pulled that off.
I would much rather be that makes me so damn happy.
Is it the money or is it just you love cleaning
I
windows?
love what I do. It's
Yeah.
a God's blessing every day.
Yeah.
And I just sit around with a couple of dyslexic just family members, and they come in, they trash the place, eat the hell, take off. It's like, no, I don't need that shit.
It makes a lot of sense if you put it like that.
Yeah.
That's why I worked. I didn't even have Thanksgiving here. I have 3 kids, adult kids. I hope they're going to invite me one year for Thanksgiving or Christmas. Hadn't happened. So I just worked.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Wow.
I did take half a day off Thanksgiving though. I did quit about 1 or 2.
On Thanksgiving.
What's that?
You worked on Thanksgiving, like you did houses on Thanksgiving?
No, I was doing some power washing. There's 3 strip malls around Walmart. I had 2 of them scheduled. I just got 1 done.
Yeah.
Nice.
You, my friend, are the exception to the rule. You realize that, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
I would much be on the beach, like we were talking about. Was almost in Miami, Fort Lauderdale on Christmas Day. That's where I'd much rather be.
Yeah.
Than hang. Both my parents are gone. I've got 3 kids. Don't really get along with the 2 daughters. So, I got my son, but he and I are 2 peas in a pod, man. We get along great.
That's awesome. That's great. So do you think when it gets to a point you will actually scale back Stewart's window cleaning and then just like maybe work for your son?
No. I'm gonna go till I'm about 62, and then I'm giving the business to Jordan.
Yeah.
He's foaming at the mouth for it.
Yeah.
So
yeah. Good.
because I want to retire in about 2 years, God willing.
There you go.
Nice.
That's awesome.
Nice, man.
It's the
That
best
is
my
awesome.
dad ever did.
I'm coming to Florida.
There you go. Well, don't go to Miami. We'll discuss this. Yeah.
Go to Fort Myers. The living's easy over there, and it's cheap.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
You
it's-
want to
and
stay
it's-
north.
It's warm. Yeah, but my dad retired from being a property manager for 30 years. Went down to Myrtle Beach, and now he just Ubers a couple days a week and, I don't know, drinks wine, smokes cigars, and smokes weed. That's all that fucking guy does.
Nice.
Gets his colon, gets a foot and a half of his colon out. He sends me a picture 3 days later of him eating a Twinkie and drinking white wine. He's like, I'm fine. Shit to me because I'm playing in the playoffs in fantasy football, and he's just talking all this shit. It's just like, I'm like, all right, It's gonna be fun, but yeah, he's living the dream.
Good. Well, guys, we appreciate everyone for watching all year. It's been great. I know you guys look forward to the show on Wednesdays, and it's going to be gone for a little while. I hope you make it through. I hope all you guys have Merry Christmases. I hope your families all get what they want for Christmas, and maybe some lumps of coal too. I don't know. Eddie, thank you for coming on the show late.
Thanks for having
as usual.
Yeah.
As usual, an enlightening experience. You're wonderful to have on, and I'm glad that you were nice enough to take the time out just before the holidays and celebrate the last show with us. So,
Yeah, we appreciate it.
yeah, we definitely
Absolutely.
appreciate it, Eddie. And
best wishes, man. That's a
thank
big
you.
commitment to get going. So best wishes to everything y'all do here.
thank you, man.
Yeah,
I
man.
really
I
appreciate it.
appreciate that.
We're not shit that we're doing right now if it wasn't for the people that support what we're doing and the guys that have been supporting it from the very beginning, and you being one of them, and a lot of other people that we owe a lot to. So we y'all want to give me a present, I wear 556. But yeah, man, happy Kwanzaa, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, all that stuff, man. We really appreciate you guys, and we'll see you again soon, man, real soon. I would hope so. But Mark might say, "Fuck this shit," and he leave this podcast like he left the Voxer fart chat. But we love all you guys. Merry Christmas, and we'll see you after the fucking New Year. Peace.
Merry Christmas, everybody.